Hi, welcome to the Stuck in It Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jane Itma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 103. How are things with you?
Good. Before I came over, we were playing Apples to Apples as a family, and apparently to an almost 8-year-old, it is hysterical.
Yeah.
Especially when you play opposite to what the card really means. So like the thing was huge, and I played chips. Chips were really big. Husband played raisins. Hysterical. Like, fits of laughter. Couldn't stop. It was great.
We had a that's what she said moment before we started
Yes,
recording. That we were both like crying. It was so funny. But
Yes, it was.
it was off camera, so that's probably the best that it was. Because we will not reveal the inner 12-year-old inside of us until we've warmed up a little bit and you've gotten to know us for who we are and not just the things that we find funny. But speaking of things we find funny, we wrapped up. I locked the thread for the birthday kit, the memes. All of those were very funny. I chuckled and mashed the love buttons, although, hitting them more than once doesn't really do much good.
No.
In fact, it kind of
Yeah,
does it?
it unloads.
You got to do an odd number. I love you an odd number of times. So we had the winner by popular vote was Jirin, Jirrin, and she took a screenshot, went back and found the screenshot of the zombie granny panties.
Granny panties, yeah.
Yep, and it was funny. Your face, my pelvic thrust, and the two
Yep.
shawls laid out. It was a great pick. So thank you, Jirin. And then our pick
Yeah. Yep.
was also in the top 3. We had a hard time deciding, so we picked the winner, who also gets a kit, and then the runner up, the one that was in the top 3 as far as the popular vote and was in our top 3 as well, will get both of the patterns gifted to them.
Yep.
So it's kind of a consolation prize. You don't get the full kit, but you got the you get the 2 patterns. So our did I say 12 on the one before? Granny Panties was number 12.
Okay.
And then contact me. I've got the kits. I'll mail them out. Number 31 was Sundaisy90, and she did the Knitter's Gonna Knit and then Word to Your Mother.
Yeah.
Which was funny because we were laughing about that at the Stillwater Runaway, because she had posted it similar to when we were singing that song.
Oh, yeah.
Ice, ice, baby. Dun 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 dun. And then, if you haven't already gone out and looked at the loves, the next one up was number 11, which is Slipping in Between. And she had a very funny interaction between us where I had the hello wig on and was doing something with gesticulating with my arms. And she said that I did an arm flail and I ran.
Because somebody was going to snatch that wig off your head.
And daughter did wear it for Halloween. Halloween was last week, like
Yeah.
after we recorded. Does that
Yeah.
not seem eons ago?
It does.
Like,
It does.
It's November.
Yep.
All of a sudden it's November in full effect.
Yes, and the Christmas decorations probably went up just like that November 1st because they're all over the place now. Not at my house, just in general.
Yep. And I have a hard time. I know there are some people that are like, what? Out on the social media, and other people are like, oh, I'm so excited to put my stuff up. I'm like in neither camp. I'm not really a big decorator. Like putting things up, my husband really gets into it, and the kids really enjoy it. Like we've got some turkeys up there that my husband got out. Like to me, it's just like I'm just gonna have to take this down and put them away. It just seems like a task up there staring at me.
Yep.
Gobble gobble gobble.
Have
You're
you
gonna have to
added
put me away.
branches to your Charlie Brown tree yet?
No, we have the same tree. It's a beautiful tree. It's my grandmother's tree. But anyway, we obviously kind of are not on topic here. Birthday kits, we will get those sent out, and Slipping in Between, if you want to contact me, I can gift you those 2 patterns as well. And Sundaisy90 and Jirin. I hope I am saying that right. Jirrin. How else would you say it?
I don't know.
Like,
Don't ask me.
Okay. I did not just ask Amy. Next up, we had we have like tons of prizes, loads of prizes.
Yeah. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. And some of them have multiple. So
Yep.
I dove right into Administrati. If you don't, go look for the timestamp and skip over it if you didn't enter for any of the prizes. Although you're going to miss that little gem about me being a non-decorator. Sun Valley Fiber we had a KAL. Have you not heard? 2 through 24 was what we drew. Some really nice Sun Valley Fiber finished objects out there. A couple of garments, Gramps cardigan, beautiful hat, some shawls, some socks that I helped knit on.
Yeah.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that we're drawing for there. And that was 17, 11, 8, and 24. If you didn't catch that I'm not the lottery winner person. And the Powerball tonight, number 17, 11, 8, and 24. This one was small enough that I don't remember what the highest Powerball is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, number 17 is winning an absolute wonder bag, much like Amy or I's. Mine doesn't have the shiny interior fiber and is blue, and Amy's was black, I believe, and has the shiny interior fiber, and I think you could probably mix and match. But Mrs. Shu, you did a hat, a very beautiful hat. Might I add that, some lace and a panel of ribbing. So contact me, and I will let Miss Ginger. I want to call her Ginny.
Oh.
And my mind needs to flip the bits to make her Ginger. She's a Virginia.
Yes.
All that to say you won, and I'll contact her and we'll get all of the details ironed out. Next up we have Choose a Skein from Sun Valley Fiber, and she will ship it directly to you. So this is an opportunity to try out a new base, a new color, but Sun Valley Fiber generously gave us 3 pick-a-skeins to send to you. And number 11 was Mom, 2 Boys 76. Laura, you made some beautiful MCN socks. And you could choose some more MCN and make some more socks.
Yeah.
Or just replace the skein in your stitch. Number 8 was Nula Bula, and she made a beautiful shawl. And number 24 was Beth Witty Knittin', and she made some MCS socks. I knit a few stitches on. So thank you again to Jeanette of Sun Valley Fibers for hosting or for sponsoring that KAL. And Absolute Wonder, again, thank you for our bags and the bag that you are sending Miss Shu. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle.
Yes, I'm bamboo.
She gets to knit while I sit here and talk about the things that
I do.
Does that seem fair?
Yes.
Next up we had the mini toy KAL.
Yay.
And there were 84 entries in that.
Woohoo. So
2 through 84. You have to do some like leg beating. 74 and 42. So 74 is the Rainstorm Studios bag. You won that, and it's she again is going. Oh no, I have that.
You had that.
I was gonna say she was gonna ship it to you. It's a fun little for window bag. Yeah, and it's got chevrons, and you can put a little animal in there, have them peek out, or just be like, I've got some beautiful socks in here, yo. It's a nice size. Mm-hmm. It's like not garment size, but toy or sock or hat. And then she also has a pretty little pulse, and that again is Rainstorm Studios, who very generously gave that to us. And if you're already out in the thread and your name is Nutmeg Knitter, who knit a beautiful, or a very cute, adorable, I wouldn't say beautiful, about a runty raccoon, you can contact me. I have this, and I can send it to you. And thank you again to Rainstorm Studios for giving that to us to give away. And then we also got little zombie bags that have knitting zombies on them. And number 42, you have the prize for that, Vanna?
I do.
Is a silver shed bag. It is one of the perfected knot bags.
Yes. So this one's slightly smaller than our
birthday
kit bag, but I've been using the one that Mom gave me for a sample, and I really like the size. This one has the "knitting keeps me from unraveling" saying on the side.
Very fun, and it's is it reversible as well? Yeah.
It is, and this one has been washed.
Okay.
So it
less stiff.
It was to test this technique of
see if it washed up good.
Yeah, and it does.
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice.
And so number 42, that is Allison Roseboom. God, I'm trying to read my own writing. Allison Roseboom, and she has she knit a chicken, a wee little moochie chicken.
So contact me, little chicken, and we will get your prize to you.
Okay, we're 3 for 5, people. We're powering through it.
Keep
We're
going.
gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. Oh, I had I had the kit that people will win. Or people did win.
Whatever.
Yes. Self-striping. We are up to 1391 by the end of October. So 2 through 1391, and the winner was 956, who is Trumkle, Trumkle, Trumkle,
Okay.
I'm going to go with. And she knit a very apropos pairing of the Vanilla Bean sock by Miss Emily, Ooh Fancy Pants, and her self-striping, Fancy Pants fiber.
Okay.
And she won. Sorry, I'm kind of putting the cart before the horse today. I'm telling you, you won something, and then I'm like, oh, look what you won. I chose from the color wheel the Bewitching Self-Striping 6 Stripes in the smooth sock, which was an 80/20 merino nylon. It's got, I believe, black in between gray, purple, and orange.
Cool.
Could save that for next year at Halloween or knit it up now. Yo, and she had a sale out in our thread, so she's getting clearance, getting rid of some stuff. But yeah, color wheel. That was something I paid for and picked out on my stash that continues to grow in self-striping.
Yes.
I went through today and was trying to keep myself legit on the Ravelry stash.
Yes.
So I went through like my paid Etsy invoices and our show notes.
Wow.
Because I document that, so I can use my own documentation to keep my. I'm up to an obscene number of individual entries, which don't even count the number of skeins, because the same skein, like if you had a sweater's quantity, if you had 5 skeins of worsted, it just counts as one entry. Yeah. Insane. Anyway, last but certainly not least, we're 5 for 5, 5 out of 4 stars. The Fish Valley Fiber giveaway. They have an accessories club that you had to have signed up for, but this is your last chance to get in. A free membership to their accessories club, their winter accessories club, and you had to answer the prompt who you love to knit for. That was 2 through 306, and the winner was number 205, which was Grandma Cher. And Cher likes to knit for her grandkids and her great-grandkids, I think I saw. So, or maybe it was kids and grandkids. Sorry, Grandma Cher, if I misquoted you. I knew there was lots of people that you enjoyed knitting for, and it seems like an apropos placement.
Yeah.
A club where you can knit an accessory for the holidays. And again, thank you to Fish Valley Fiber for contacting us and including us in your promotions of that club.
Yes, very generous. Thank you.
Yes, lots of generosity going around.
Yes,
Jeanette and we get to be the voice box and the hand that gives it out to you, but ultimately it's other people's generosity that has brought it into your life. So, we are
except
thankful.
for Megan's self-striping, she should take credit for that.
I did.
She's trying to.
I'm not patting myself on the back or anything, but that did come out of my stash. With all of its other friends in the self-striping world. Okay, and Miss Strati, 16 minutes in, that's all. Maybe not 16, we laughed at the beginning.
Yes, we did.
So, I know you may enjoy those, and I'm not making, it's a fun thing to give those away, but whew, they all kind of ganged up on us today.
They did. They piled up on the early November giveaways.
Yep, October was full of KALs and
so speaking of
opportunities
KALs and Administrati, I finally brought my hat.
Your hat, yay!
So, this is the Crushing It hat.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would like to knit this lovely lovely hat for your for our accessory, it's just the I Want Candy 2 patterns that count for this accessory KAL. And how long is it running for?
Just November.
Okay, so November, and
so you got them as a as part of the birthday kits, or if you are a winner of the birthday kit meme giveaway, you'll get them, and they're available for purchase as well.
Yep.
They both use DK weight yarn.
Yep.
Max, you just headbutted me into dropping a stitch, buddy. Don't you know? And what else? Any other details? They both work pretty well with highly variegated and tonal yarns. We both love them.
Yeah. It was a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
And I think this might be our first dual KAL for a pattern that we've done. So I think I had a Weeb one a while back, but this is the first one where we both have entries and if you've gotten the pattern early and there was no start time, so enter if you finish one of these objects, enter it, please.
Yep, we don't have enough O thread quite yet, but once we get there, or as we're doing show notes or whatever, I can create a linky loo, or Amy can create and I can linky loo, or it'll be there.
Just promises.
Accountability. Administrati. I am heavy on Administrati, light on FOs, and heavy on whips, and I didn't grab my purchases.
FOs. You said you didn't have any, so I only have the one that I finished just now. Hello, I have another orange bib, as somebody pointed out. So, another square. I think this brings me up to 11. I didn't know what the count was before, but I know that this is number 11. And I've started number 12, and yeah, that's it. I'm getting really close to a lot of things finishing, but not this week.
But not the hippopotamus.
Yep. But yes, the hippopotamus.
But not the armadillo. If you I'm small children, you don't get that reference. But it's a cute book. Susan, who is the author?
Boynton.
Susan Boynton. Yep.
Good stuff.
Check her out. Books. Check them out.
This is a library rap.
Books. Check them out. It was like a PSA or something. Somebody find it. Link it. I must see the books. Check them out. It's a very 90s thing to say, right? Anyway, boy, are we great at not talking about what we're here to talk about this week. Okay, works in progress. I've got a many. I am no longer monogamous. I cast on the flax for Nanny Swimo, which is the National Knit a Sweater in a Month. I am keeping track of my stitches for just grins and giggles, but to me, a adult size long sleeve sweater, no matter what the weight of yarn, qualifies you for knit a sweater in a month. Yeah. It doesn't have to be 50,000 stitches, in my book. And like if you go out to the Nanny Swimo group, that's basically what they said.
It's kind of a wink and a nudge kind of thing.
Well, I didn't think it's a wink and a nudge. I think they were saying that on average, most adult sweaters have 50,000 stitches, and they were trying to correlate it to the National Write a Novel in a Month, which is the NAMPLAMO. I can't remember what the acronym is. But yep, this is flax. It's out of the gray tabby colorway in Dream in Color Classy. I put it on some spare needles and had my hubby try it on, and I'm just doing some even stockinette right now to try to get me to his underarm, and then the real fun begins, because right now I've got some garter that's breaking things up, but after I get to the underarm, it's just stockinette, yo. Yep. Stockinette zombies for
how many
30,000 stitches. I think is what I estimated it at in my spreadsheet. If I have to do the number of rows that they call for. No shaping. And then garments don't need shaping, right? They don't have curves. So yeah, that should be fun. Hubby's, every time he sees me not knitting on this, he's like, that's not my sweater. I'm like, no, it's not. What else? I got done with the side panels on my turnstone. And I wrapped up the collar, and I just need to do the sleeves, but it kind of got put on
hold for Nanny to remove.
Yes, it's on hiatus. So it just seems like it flew. Like it was just fun, right? It's fun to do this side, and it's fun to do this side, and it's got a folded hem. And I was telling Amy, I'm kind of on the fence on whether or not I'm going to rip this out. It obviously stretches quite a bit, like wider than me, but it's a little tight, like it's taut. You can feel it because I did a 3-needle bind off. My nose itches. I think it might be this. So if you're drinking, you're drunk by now. And I've kind of woven in the ends as I went. But yeah, I was thinking about possibly ripping it off. But it's out. Yep. It's kind of nice to have that elasticity there to keep it firm. So I don't know. Do you think it's too taut?
I don't know. It depends on how tight that is when you put
it
around
I've got
your
positive
shoulders.
ease when I put it on, but yep, the sleeves have a fun little chevroning, and it will be fun once I get to it. Super soft. Like I want this next to my skin. But turnstone needs sleeves. Not going to get to anytime soon, and that's out of the Knit Picks Galileo, and I had to get the monster skein out. Woo-boo! I'll eat your babies. It's a huge skein of yarn to be carrying around. My other one was my partial leftover from my traveling sweater, and then I had a whole skein left over and a partial. So this is like a bajillion yards, and it is 60/40, I believe. This one I had the tag on. Yeah, 60/40. 620 yards a skein. Boo boo. It's good stuff. Amy doesn't want to talk about it though, because she has a felted garment, traveling sweater that's felted, and that's in my Absolute Wonder bag. And this was in my brown dog bags, and this one is in my tin silver shed, not tin shed. It is the sock for the winner of our birthday kit. My self-striping out of the, and doesn't it look really skinny? Look how skinny it looks. Don't worry, Julia. It's super stretchy. Skip rib socks. So it fits my foot. Put your foot up here, lady.
Yep.
That
fits.
And hers is in between ours, if you remember it correctly. Is it too firm?
No, it's fine.
Okay. I'm just scared because look at how thin that looks.
I have a sock on.
It looks like my daughter's size sock with it all squished up like that. And
of course I say that, and I had to rip out a sock because of that problem. But
Amy, do not mention
be careful around the heeling.
Yes.
Of it.
I will make sure that it is goodly in the heel. Yeah, so this is Vesper in the Hellfire colorway, and I'm doing the skip rib. socks, and I'm just changing the motif in the columns as per, and the patterns every 3, and I'm just doing it per stripe. So when the color changes, I change the column in which the skip is on, and that got worked on. I don't remember why I got this much done. I must have been carrying it around somewhere when I didn't want to carry around my turnstile
sweaters. Yeah.
So yeah, I've got 3 whips now.
Wow.
I know, right?
Well, one's kind of sleeping while you get the other one done.
These guys kind of hibernating. Hibernating is, your definition of hibernating is you're not working on it because you're working on other things.
Right, but it's not like you're switching in between the 2 all the time. Like me, when I have whips, that's what's happening. They're getting switched around all the time.
Mm-hmm. That is my 3. My 1 has become 3.
Okay. So this one I already talked about. And then I have the socks for Tanya's mom. And I am turning the heel. And I'm not super familiar with the pattern yet, so it's going to take me some reading. I'm at a stopping point. And so those will get worked on more tomorrow. But they've been my bust knitting. I just don't know if they're going to be bust knitting unless I can knit on them later tonight.
That's a bling string bag, right?
Oh yes, blinger string. Knitting's my bag.
Got quite the menagerie of bags over there.
I have a Vera Brad. Yeah. This is an adorable. They stopped selling this type, but it cinches and it's got little pockets on the side. And a friend of mine pointed me to them, and it was the last season that they sold this bag. So I would have bought more if I could get a hold of them.
You would if you could, but you can't.
Can't.
And you don't stop.
Sure shot.
Amy's just such a pro in dealing with me. She's just like, acknowledge it a little bit, but then continue on. Don't.
I could probably sing some Beastie Boys if I, all the way through. So I got really far on this. It is my
Bazinga.
My Sun Valley Fibers Pont Neuf, and it's looking very cute. I'm enjoying the construction is quite a bit different. I noticed an error in my side seaming, and the way that the construction is, I couldn't rip back. I could rip down, but I couldn't rip completely back because this panel was already on, and I didn't want to have to take it off. And yeah, I will show that to Megan later. You probably can't see from the camera that looks kind of wonky to me, but nobody will see it. That stuff will block right out.
Right out.
Yeah.
Yo.
The modifications that I've made is that this was supposed to be a garter edge ridge. All those words mixed in some way that makes sense to you. I changed it to a 1x1 twisted rib.
And it's not bulky.
No. I like the way it's turning out. And I am up at the top collar piece, and then I got button bands, and I'll be done.
Fun. Are there a lot of them out there?
Pont Neufs? There are. I mean, considering that some of them have been modified, and I don't know. I can't remember if it's 2 pages maybe. I mean, that still doesn't seem like a lot. But yeah, 2 pages of them. Pont Neufs.
And that's in your Elizabeth Quinton apple bag.
Yes, it all fits in there. It's a big bag.
Bubba.
And then my pathetic Nanny Swimo has been cast on.
Oh, it's so wee.
It's so wee. But I am inspired that I'm seeing a lot of people who can accomplish like 4,500 stitches in a day. And I'm like, okay, I see that. I could totally do that. So I want to finish my Pont Neuf, and then I will rock out this sweater. It's a Bedford. And right now it's just at the boring ribbing stage. So once it gets past the 2.5, 3 inches of ribbing, we will get into, not sure what it is, for cabling, as a stitch pattern. that I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's on the front and back of the sweater. It's very nice.
You do some slipping.
Okay.
Passing slip stitch over.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I cast this on Sunday, and when I counted how far I had gotten into the raglan, I had like 9,000 stitches just on Sunday. Not too bad. I mean, we went and talked and knit with Miss Jeanette of Sun Valley Fibers at Hank and Pearls.
Yes, we did.
That helped.
I'm knitting in some like stellina that must be hanging out with my fiber.
Your husband's really gonna enjoy that.
It so is.
Sparkle. And what's the yarn that you're using? Did you
just
say that?
Cascade 220.
Okay.
Superwash. So I wanted it to be superwash, but otherwise it's just plain old workhorse yarn, and I am excited to not be alternating. I'm like, they're all pretty well matched. They're from the same dye lot. I am going to not alternate. Caution to the wind. I
am alternating. And I kind of like,
it
looks like gray tabby. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a cat.
Yeah.
I started semi after the ribbing. That was the point in which Amy was like, you should really start alternating. When I saw her on Sunday, and I was like, yep, I probably should. And is that all of your whips that you cared to share with us?
All that got attention this week. There's some that did not get any attention this week. I'm trying to really finish off those socks, and then I will take my kids' socks through the home stretch. Yeah. And then I have a knit along that's with spinning. So some fiber I spun with, I spun up, I have to knit, and I haven't I'm on the fence on whether to cast that on and participate. I might just save it.
Just say no.
Yeah, I wound it up. It's very pretty. I just haven't gotten to. It's very pretty.
Yes, for sure.
But I'm debating. Like I'm like, oh, a monster would be really fun, but then so would a cowl, and then I just think about which one I would use more. And while I wouldn't be using a monster, I probably would display it and look at it more. A cowl would just end up in our winter box and sit there. So I don't know. But a cowl would be fun because then I would have to think of who I could give it to for Christmas.
Does anybody like those colors?
That's a good question. I mean, they're all great colors. The rooster colorway. Yeah, don't know. Good question. I'll have to think on it. Not off the top of my head, though. You know, it's not an instant, oh my god, those are her colors or his colors. So, it's not there.
I still have projects that are needle adjacent. I need to make a crushing it by that fabulous designer Amy. And I still want to make those hexagon mitts out of some self-striping, but this is fulfilling. The ones that I currently have on the needles are my October. I am going to do 12. If it's the last thing I do, there will be 12 in 2013.
Cool.
Yes. And then I have purchases, and that's all I have left to talk about.
Okay. I have none.
What? You're going to make me look like a yarn whore?
Sure am.
All right.
I'm trying to think of, like, if I had any, no. Oh, you know what? I didn't show the people my poonies that came from Gourmet Stash. I got the club shipment, and I didn't,
oh, that's cute. It is. I was kind of hoping I could know what it was. Jenna, if you're watching, I want to know what colorway this is. It's a gray and a silvery gray, bright yellow, and a blue, turquoisey blue. Tealy blue. Tealy blue. Yeah. Super cute.
bright aqua.
So Jenna of 716 Knit had a sale on her DK weight, and I have a lot of accessories that I want to knit out of DK weight, and so I stocked up. I'm a 716 Knit stasher. So this one is, they're all on her boss weight base. This one's a self-striping. This one is Fluffy Battle Kittens, which matches Amy's daughter's coat. So I'm guessing that it got dyed up at a similar time.
Mm-hmm.
Or somebody else requested it and it got dyed up at the same time as that. So I could have a matching crush in it if I wanted.
I think I almost bought this. You got it.
And that is an HXC, which means it's her self-striping. In Helmuth Petting Zoo. It's kind of Perry the Platypus colors to me.
Maybe that's why I didn't pull the trigger, right? I already have
Do you
that
have?
colorway.
Yeah, you did. You have the Perry the Platypus
Colorway.
self-striping.
Yep. From
Nolani.
Yeah.
Did you knit socks out or just buy it?
No, they're in waiting because hubby has decided that he would like those socks, and I'm like, really? Self-striping? Cool. So I balled it up and I put it in a bag, and it's on deck. But the kids are first, so.
As they should be. So yeah, that base is 100% superwash merino. 225 yards. As a pirate would say, yards. No shoes, no pulse, no service. And this was inspired by her funky feet. She did them based off of and now I'm gonna blank on it. A lot of people in the medical field wear them.
The clogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't think of them right now. The clogs.
What are their names? But anyway, it was Danskos. I believe they were based off Danskos, and I loved it. Especially the speckling. I think that'll look really nice, and then it's the full range. It's pinks and purples and yellows and greens and blues. Just a happy little colorway. So, and if all else fails and it doesn't become an accessory, it can become a really super cute toy, which you know how often I knit those, so I should totally be stashing up for that. I caught and you don't really have to try to catch it. They are doing an awesome job updating the Leading Men Fiber Arts. I had to have foliage on the Showstopper base because I'm knitting it up on the DK base. In Dramaturg. I only know that from watching Smash. And it's just as lovely, and I love the base. Showstopper. Dramaturg. I need to knit a sweater out of Dramaturg.
Okay.
Like, that base is fantastic.
Okay.
I took it away so I couldn't be,
There's a few of the colorways that are intriguing me right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
I need to knit a sweater out of Dramaturg. I put it away so I wouldn't show you all because I'm super excited about it. And then he had two skeins in the Envy colorway in his soliloquy.
Yeah,
so this is 100% superwash British BFL. Across the pond BFL sheep.
Oh, it's superwash?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wonder if mine says superwash on it.
And it's 657 yards. So that's 1,300 yards that I've got here that I can make something in a fingering weight BFL. It just called my name. I was envious. I needed it. And I was like, if there are two skeins, I'm buying two. I was thinking about making that kind of swingy, lacy cardigan, the Herotude. Herotude. It's been in the hot right now for eons, beckoning towards me. And it's in Japanese yen. Is that right? Not yen.
Oh, the
Japanese.
pattern?
Yeah, and it's like only $2.
Oh, okay.
For a garment. So I was like, yay.
Fun.
Green. Love it.
Yeah, my colorway of that base is called Perfection. It's actually really close to my shirt.
Yeah.
The shirt I'm wearing. Really good. Really good color. Okay.
And last, I don't think I have anything coming for a while. So it's just been like I have been on the hunt for a cashmere silk BFL base because I've seen it in a certain number of shops, and I've seen it out on Ravelry. I can't find it in shops, and my interest has been piqued. But the fiber company, speaking of bases that are a little different, sent this to me for, and a very sweet note, for doing their design contest. It's a really cute bag. I tried to find a rhyme or reason of something that was in there. I mean, there's X's here.
Mm-hmm. Zigzags and
yeah.
Nope.
Kind of an eye chart. And then they have I don't know if this is a new base. I think it is. It's their canopy worsted weight, which is 50% alpaca, 30% merino, and 20% bamboo. Viscose bamboo, which means it's the protruded bamboo, right? But the bamboo adds a sheen to it, and it kind of calms down the alpaca.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at, this is also the fiber company.
Road to China
Light, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's significantly furrier than this. I think the bamboo kind of calms it down a little bit. And it's a worsted weight, which would be a nice weight for sweaters.
Yeah, this is canopy. I think they had another canopy base that just not worsted.
Wasn't worsted.
So this is fine. But then again, it could be confusing it with another name that they have for one.
So it was super sweet. They didn't have to send me anything. And then I think I saw from other people posting, like on Instagram, that they kind of sent the skeins that kind of match the color that you knit out of. So isn't that super? I mean, it's a nice
very
touch.
Thoughtful.
Yes, and very thoughtful that they sent me a blue, because I knit mine out of a blue color. Perfect. So yeah, I think that this would be a nice, super nice base to have a garment out of. I can't speak to how well it washes or how well it wears, but it does have significant less furries.
Not yet, anyway, right?
No, and this one hasn't been washed a ton either. But it's, the softer it is, the shorter the staple, and the harder it is for it to stay on itself. It just wants to ploof and be pilly.
This doesn't look that bad. Did you depill or anything? No, it looks great.
Yeah, it's done well. This is my autumn's end out of Road to China Light. But thank you to the fiber company, and this is a nice project bag. So thick,
substantial.
Canvas, yeah. So there's that, and I've now caught up to all my purchases.
There you go. Cool.
Did we have anything retreat related that we wanted to speak of?
I don't recall.
Okay. Nothing on I was overwhelmed, if you couldn't tell at the beginning of the podcast, by the number of giveaways.
Yeah.
Like, all the things of writing. I mean, like a full page of people writing down here. Whew.
Yeah, it took longer to do that than it did to record the whole episode.
Yeah, doing random number generator, and so yeah, I'm sorry if that wasn't well spoken on my behalf. I was like, I'm announcing people won and they don't know what they're winning. So it was kind of an upsy down, topsy turvy winning thing.
Well, we will have the ultimate key, and if you contact the wrong person, it'll all
we
happen.
Talk to each other. I try to avoid talking to her unless it's when we're podcasting.
We have to have recorded conversations.
Yes, but other than that, we force each other to talk to each other. So no, we talk to each other. So if you contact me or you contact her, you'll get your prize.
You will. But yeah, that's all I had.
Excellent.
Bye.
Bye, Ufta.